Hello and welcome back to the third episode of the Secondhand Styler, the series where I show you my top tips and tricks to charity shopping and how you can get more for your money. Today I'm here outside the Zest charity shop, so let's go inside and see what we can find. Come on. So here we are inside the Zest charity shop. Already I'm very excited. I'm seeing lots of things that I want to get stuck into. And what's great about this charity shop is it is set out like a boutique. I'm noticing they're merchandising by colour. And if you're somebody like me who tends to go for a certain colour palette, this is your kind of charity shop. It's much easier to shop in that way if you love, let's say you love your purples. Pop over to the purple section. Everything you could want is here. I know this doesn't work for everybody. Some people like to shop by size, but if you are somebody that has a colour palette, look out for those charity shops that merchandise by colour. So naturally, I'm going to take a little gander over here to the monochromatic section, the blacks, the whites. We've also got the blues and the browns, which are the colours that I tend to gravitate towards. What's also really nice is not only is it merchandised by colour, but it's also merchandised in size order, in ascending size order. So I'm going to start off in my little section, but I will make sure to show a variety of sizes, as I know there's a lot of you that like to see different sizes. Something that I really like to do, if I'm looking for natural materials such as silk, linen, wool, leather, is actually not to look for items with my eyes, but actually to look with my hand. Because by touch, you can feel if a fabric is of a certain caliber or quality. Now, there are lots of reasons why I love a natural fiber. I think they look more chic and expensive, but they also feel nicer on the skin. So I've just used my little tip to kind of feel for a more natural fiber, and I've come across this here, linen, very easy to spot. This is 100% linen, and it actually says on the label, linen with love. And the price of this, it's in a size 8, is £4. £4 for 100% linen. This would look so nice on a little holiday with some gold jewellery. I'm a linen lover. I will find linen wherever I can. Now, one of my favourite things to find in charity shops are really statement, bold pieces. If you're going to play around with your style and you want to try something a little bit different, why not do it by shopping in a secondhand or charity shop? Something here has caught my eye. Now, I am a magpie. I love sparkles. I love glitter. I love anything a little bit garish. And this here is absolutely amazing. It's in a size 12. Look at this. Imagine whapping this out at a Christmas party. This here is £8. I think this looks so much more expensive. It actually reminds me a little bit of Paco Rabanne chainmail. They do some really cool dresses, some bags. And for £8, you just cannot go wrong. So always keep an eye out for those statement pieces. I'm noticing here we've got a fascinator, we've got some really funky occasion shoes. There's even a little sparkly bag. And what's also nice about the way charity shops are merchandised these days are the staff are amazing. And what they do is quite often they'll pair pieces together that feel like they should be cohesive. So it makes it a little bit easier to find the types of items that you're looking for. Now, something else to consider are the seasons. Something that I like to do is actually to shop ahead of the season. The reason for that is in those peak seasons, a lot of, let's say, the summer pieces are going to be shopped in summer. If you're smart, shop ahead and get those really good items ahead of the season so that you get the first pick. So an example of that, winter. It's not winter, I'm filming this in June. But these here, come September, are going to be in demand. I think these are absolutely gorgeous. They're actually in my size. And I love anything that's a croc print. I don't think these are real leather, but let's have a little look at the price of them. £6. You cannot complain at £6. I love a chunky heel, much easier to walk in than a stiletto style heel. So definitely be sure to consider those future items that you may want. If you see them in a charity shop, buy them then and there if you can, because the thing with secondhand shopping is once it's gone, it's gone. Back to the topic of natural materials. One of my favorites is leather. Leather on the first-hand market, you are talking into the hundreds, particularly for a good quality leather item. Again, really, really easy to find in rails of pieces of clothing. I can easily feel the difference between a PU faux plastic leather and a real genuine leather. They just feel so much more luxurious, smooth and silky. So this here is a beautiful 100% leather coat. If you were to buy this from Selfridges or a luxury brand, you're talking thousands, maybe hundreds. This here is on sale from £12 to £6. £6 for this amount of leather is absolutely incredible. If this were my size, I would probably buy it. It's not, but I'm sure there's somebody out there who is going to love this. This is so rock chic. It's very All Saints. I'm a big fan, so always keep an eye out for genuine leather. And it's very easy to see when something's genuine leather. They often have a sign inside with a little leather cowhide, or they'll just say 100% genuine leather. Now, a favourite style of top or dress of mine is a one-shoulder dress. I just feel like they have a little bit more of an edgy twist to their design. And I've spotted this here, which I'm absolutely loving. It's a one-shoulder mini dress, but it's got these little statement 3D flowers on. I think it's absolutely adorable. It's in a size 12 and it's £4.50. This with some little pointed black heels, some gold jewelry of course, and a little clutch bag would look so gorgeous in the summer or for a little event. I really love this, and this is by AX Paris. So I think this would probably retail for over £50 or £60 new. It's got this really beautiful detail on the sleeve, which is actually a little bit see-through, which I think is really elegant. You'll know my style muse of all time, the Princess of Wales. She wears a lot of one-shoulder dresses. I love this. You will not believe what I've just spotted here. I could literally spot it from a mile off. I'm always looking for a boucle or that kind of tweed style jacket. This here caught my eye. I looked at the label. It's Tory Burch. And this here is £3. £3 for a cropped Tory Burch jacket. I actually think this one will be coming home with me. This with some white trousers. How chic is this? This I am liking. It's actually got, I didn't realise, little sparkles in the design and these really nice cuffs. I really like this. I think I'm going to get it. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have got it, and I will let you know if I got it. I'm pretty sure I will. It's £3. Obviously not with this outfit, but I'm using my imagination. Actually, that leads me on to a point. When it comes to trying on clothes in charity shops, always go for a neutral outfit when you're shopping. Usually I would be in leggings and a plain top because it makes it much easier to visualize how pieces are going to look in your everyday wardrobe. Now, if you know Tory Burch at all, you'll know that a jacket like this would usually start from at least £100. So I'm definitely making a saving of over £90 with this one. Now, another tip, if there are brands out there that you are a big fan of, but perhaps they're not quite within your budget, what I like to do is take notes of what some of their attributes are. Do they use big collars? Do they have a certain material or design that they like to incorporate into their pieces? And a brand that I absolutely love, and you'll probably know I love them, are Self-Portrait. Now, what Self-Portrait do a lot are these sort of floral cutouts. So what I like to do when I'm out and about looking for pieces is look for items that maybe emulate that style of item so that you're getting the look, but for less. This here, although it's not identical to a self-portrait dress, it definitely has similar attributes, and this here is just £3. Now, something else I always look out for in charity shops are actually just my day-to-day basics. You can find really nice tracksuit bottoms, throw hoodies, simple day-to-day t-shirts, whether you're just chilling at home, you're a mum, you're doing some DIY or some gardening. And I've just spotted here somewhere, where was it? This here, it's a little Jack Wills top. I used to be obsessed with Jack Wills when I was about 16, so over 10 years ago. And I used to beg my parents for Jack Wills, and they would let me have it at Christmas or at birthdays, because for a top back then, I think it was about £45, which in this day and age is probably about £50. And this here is £3.50. So I quickly learned to look out for pieces like this in charity shops, secondhand online, eBay, Vinted, Depop. And these are just really usable pieces to have, to go to bed in, to do the washing up, to do bits around the house. So I always look out for basics like this. You don't need to spend into the 20s, 30s, 40s of pounds to still have nice loungewear. Now, I've mentioned it before in other videos, but one of my favourite items to find in charity shops, because it's very easy to spot, are anything striped. I just think they have a very regal and sophisticated look to them. So I spotted a couple of cute little bits here. This is an extra large, and this is a stripy little play suit. This would look so cute in summer. worn with some sandals, or you could pop it on with a blazer and dress it up a little bit. And the price of this is just £6. Again, going back to those brands that back in the day I used to beg my parents for. We've got an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt, this with some white denim, or just thrown over a bikini as well. I love throwing a shirt over a bikini. Would just look perfect in these warmer months. And again, this is £5. I reckon this new would probably have been about 50. So definitely look out for those key brands that you love. You may just surprise yourself. And this here is in a size large, but of course, if you want that oversized fit, always try things on. Sizing isn't always exact. Lots of pieces of clothing are from different periods of time, and sizing has changed quite a lot, and it also changes by retailer. So don't be put off by the labeling of the size on pieces. Make sure to try them on and see if you like the fit. Now, going back to looking for those attributes that remind you of a certain brand. These here remind me very much of the Gucci horsebit shoes. Just that little chain detailing, I think, really elevates them. But of course, these aren't Gucci. These are by a brand called Red Herring. They're made in Vietnam, and the price on these are £5. Completely unworn. Always check those soles on the shoes if you want something unworn. That's the best way to tell. And as you can see, these have never, ever been worn outside. And I think these are really, really sweet. Really like those. Now, something that I really love to find in charity shops is knitwear. Knitwear, good quality knitwear, you are looking at about £50 to £100 on the high street. This here is a really cute little cardigan, and it's actually in a metallic shade. Metallics are great because they match quite a lot, and it's sort of a soft gold colour. It's actually by Rocha. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And the price of this is £4.50. It's in a size 22, and this would look so nice for work, but also just thrown over your everyday outfit. It's got these really nice buttons as well with little diamantes on. You'll know one of my top tips is to always look for those buttons. Buttons are a very subtle detail, but they can tell you quite a lot about an outfit. So always look for those nice, thought out buttons. Now, a favourite brand of mine for blazers is Jaeger. You cannot go wrong with this brand. The quality of their pieces is amazing. And this here is just £10. It's in a size 14. And look at the detail on this. It's got the leather detail collar. It's got the really nice buttons and pockets. It also comes with a little waist belt on the back. For £10, you really, really can't say no. I really love this. I think this would be nice, particularly in winter and autumn. And now is the time to find those pieces, because it's nice to be organised and to know that you've already got some of those amazing pieces for the season. You're not going to be panic buying. You're not going to be last minute shopping. You're going to feel well prepared and really looking forward to wearing some of those items that you found. On the topic of finding items that have a bit of a luxury or designer look, now this here is reminding me very much of Missoni. They are known for their zigzag print, their resort wear. Now, this definitely isn't of the same caliber of Missoni, but it definitely has that look. And particularly if you've maybe got teenage kids or you've got younger children who want something for a festival. I know my sister would like something like this. This is brilliant. Now, the price on this is £5. And if you are going to a festival or you're doing outdoorsy bits and bobs, getting your clothing secondhand is the way to do it. You're not going to be as precious or concerned about maybe getting a bit of mud on. So definitely check out your charity shops for things like festival wear, summer parties and things like that. This over a bikini, I think, is so cute. Really, really loving this, and all the pastel colours as well. Now, in the summer, one of my favourite things to wear are organza or tulle style dresses and skirts. I've actually got one on today, but I've spotted a couple around the room, and I just think they have this really fun, fashion forward look to them. I've spotted this green one here. This is actually in an extra large, and it's 100% cotton. They're flowy, but they can be dressed up really easily. And the price on this is just £5. This again, gold jewelry or statement silver jewelry, some platform sandals. So cool. Really, really love this. I've actually spotted some more tulle organza style material. This here is by Zara. It's actually got the original tag on, and this is £6. Now, I don't really know. I'm guessing this isn't a skirt that goes over the top of another skirt. But again, I just really love that tulle organza style material. I think it is very, very fashionista, and if you want to inject something a little bit more playful into your outfits, and also something that feels quite high-end and designer in appearance, Tulle is the way, in my opinion, to do it. Now, when it comes to your shirts, there are so many amazing 100% cotton shirts in charity shops. I look out for particular brands and designers. I like Ralph Lauren, I like the Shirt Company. This here is by Thomas Pink, who is a renowned shirt designer, really gorgeous quality. This will definitely be 100% cotton. I love this. Keep an eye out for those shirts. Always check the collars though. Check the armpits and check the collars. If they are women's shirts, check the collars for makeup. And of course, always look in those armpits for staining. This one looks immaculate, and the price of this is just £5. This just tucked in to some white jeans, super chic, super elegant. I'm just looking at the bags here, and I've spotted this really sweet little Cath Kidston bag. Now, this isn't my style per se, but if you are a lover of Cath Kidston, I actually often spot Cath Kidston in charity shops. I see bags, but I also see things like picnic wear. So always look out for those labels that you like and hyper focus on them. If there's a certain brand that you're looking for, really make a conscious decision to tunnel your vision, and you would be amazed at what you can find. Also, don't be afraid to actually ask the staff in charity shops. You'll find that a lot of the people that work in charity shops are very, very friendly, and they are willing to help you if you build up a rapport or a relationship with them. Start a conversation and just let them know that you're looking for certain items. They may have seen it whilst they were merchandising the store earlier. You never know. Back to festival wear. A lot of people will be going to festivals this summer. Let me know if you're going to any festivals. And look, we've got raincoats. We're in the UK, we need raincoats. I've actually seen a couple today. It's £5. And realistically, if you're at a muddy outdoor festival, it's probably going to get muddy or damaged. So why not get your raincoat in the charity shop? It's better than buying one of those single-use plastic ones, and it's always good to be prepared. I always spot these in charity shops, so if you are in the market for one, just keep an eye out for those. If you're trying to inject a little bit of chic into your outfits, one of my favourite silhouettes of tops and dresses are high neck with a very soft balloon sleeve. This here is in this berry pink shade, and it's actually only £2. It's in a size small. I have also spotted a little dress in a very similar silhouette style. This here is just £3. And again, you'll notice the royals go for this style a lot. It's very flattering, but it's also very modest. And it transitions very nicely from the warmer months, especially if it's a dress or a light material, but also looks really nice in the winter and autumn months as well. I do love a little bit of modest dressing. I think it's a very nice way to feel comfortable, but also to look super chic. And I particularly like this colour. I'm a big fan of the khaki green. I just think it's feminine, but it's also a little bit edgy. Now, this here appeals to my edgy side. I do love anything asymmetric, and I just think this is so fun. I imagine somebody like a really cool artist in London wearing this with some leather trousers, some statement jewellery. I really love this. I don't know if you can see it on the camera well, but it's asymmetric from the hips down, and I actually really like the colour. I don't usually wear a lot of colour, but I think on the right person this would just look incredible. And this is in a size large, and it's just £5. I think if you were to tell me this was from a really upmarket designer and you paid £200 for it, I would absolutely believe you. I think the key to looking a little bit more upmarket, or like you have a designer wardrobe, is looking for those really unique and edgy pieces. Now, a topic I've not yet spoken about on here is homeware. I've done a lot of clothing, and I will be doing some more focused videos on pieces for your home. But I did want to just quickly show you some of the really nice homeware they've got here on this table. They've got a little bit over there as well. Now, let's see what's catching my eye here. I'm really liking this. This here is a little vase, little round vase, and the price on this is just £2. This with some peonies or some roses would look so nice. So don't be afraid also to check out the bric-a-brac section, the homeware section. This is fun. It's got a little face on. It's reminding me a bit of surrealism. And this here is £4.75. And they've also got things like Kilner jars and bits for your kitchen. Oh, these cute little cups. Now, one thing, if you are looking at china or plates or cups, always check the bottom, because a lot of them will be marked, hallmarked. And I can see here, these were actually made in Nice in France. So that's pretty cool. And they do come with the matching saucers. I always love to look for funky plates, and whether I'm using them for my food or as little trinket dishes, it's a great thing to keep an eye out for. So always check the bottom if you think it may be something that is antique, vintage china. Just like this here, these are fine bone china made in England, and there's 4 of them, and look at the price on that, £1. Not my homeware style per se, but you just never know what you're going to find. There's actually a whole other section here, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to show you everything, but I'm going to try. And what is nice about this charity shop is there is a whole men's section, and I know from experience of talking to men that they do sometimes feel a little bit left out in charity shops. But this one here has an amazing range of menswear. I'm going to take you over here because I've seen they've got a little dress section, which is predominantly focusing on occasion wear, which is one of my absolute favorite things to find in charity shops, because generally buying really nice occasion wear is expensive and you don't need to spend hundreds to look amazing. I've said it before and I will keep saying it. So let's have a look at some of these dresses, and I'm going to pull out some of my favorites and see what we can find. This one has caught my eye because I'm feeling it and I'm thinking it could be silk. I might be wrong, but going back to the tip I mentioned at the start of this video, look with your hands before you look with your eyes, because that is how you're going to find those really beautiful fabrics and materials. So let's have a look and see if it actually is silk. How gorgeous are the colours on this? So I've just checked the label, and this is 53% silk. I presume the outer part is the silk part, and then the lining is of a viscose material, and it's just beautiful. I love the silhouette of this. This is a size 12, and let's look at the price of it as well. And the price is just £8. £8 for a 53% silk, gorgeous, elegant, chic occasion dress. Okay, using my technique of looking with my hands, I've spotted this. This is feeling a little bit like linen. It could be a linen cotton blend, and it's navy, which is one of my favorite colors to wear at occasions. And this is actually by Laura Ashley. This here looks to be a play suit, which I think is a very edgy, fun way to attend occasions. People like Victoria Beckham like to wear things like this, and I love her style. And the price on this is £12. It's in a size 10. Laura Ashley play suit, £12. Gorgeous little frill detail here as well. Let's have a look what the fabric composition is of this, because for me, it's really important that you're buying quality. Of course, the price matters, but what really matters to me is that I'm buying quality clothing, and doing it in charity shops is one of the best and most cost-effective ways to do that. Okay, I've just looked at the label, and as predicted, 100% linen. £12, navy, beautiful, Laura Ashley, 100% linen. Absolutely gorgeous, and if this were in my size, I would absolutely be buying this. Something else that I like to feel for when I'm looking particularly for occasion wear or tops is if something has boning in it, because generally I find that it's the higher end brands or the brands that make their items with a bit more quality in mind that think about things like the boning and structure of an item. This here I've spotted, it's in a size 12. It's a gorgeous off-the-shoulder sweetheart neckline party dress in this amazing red colour. And it's got boning in the bodice, which to me suggests that this is going to look more flattering. And it's also just been made with a little bit more thought in it. This is by a brand called After Six by Ronald Joyce London. And the price of this is £15, and it's in a size 12. I think this is really beautiful, and this would definitely turn heads if you were to attend a gala or a ball or a fancy occasion. Now, I believe Ronald Joyce London is actually a bridal designer with dresses starting from at least £700. Now, this here I'm presuming is part of their occasion wear range. So I'd say by buying this, you are probably saving at least £400. So this is definitely a find. Now, going back to finding items that have similar attributes to your favorite designers, I'm a big fan of needle and thread, and they are known for their frills. This here's caught my eye. It's got that very needle and thread-esque frill to the skirt. I'm not the biggest fan of small florals. I feel like sometimes it can cheapen the look of an item. But if you do love that needle and thread look, always keep an eye out for frills. They're just a little bit fun. They give that really feminine touch. This feels like it could be silk. Silk is a very easy fabric, I think, once you know how it feels to spot. I suspect this is actually the same designer as the previous silk dress. This here is by Phase 8. And it's just £5. I love this colour. You don't see this colour a lot It's like a mocha gold shade. Really like this. Very flattering as well. It's got the deep V, but it's also got the little sleeves at the top if you're conscious about your arms. And let's have a look at the fabric composition, because that's my favorite thing to do. For me, finding a piece and then discovering it's a really beautiful fabric is one of my favorite things to do, because it's a little bit like a treasure hunt and you get a little bit of a reward when you find something really, really cool. So let's have a look at the fabric composition on this. It's been cut out. It's been cut out, unfortunately, but I think it's one of my absolute favorite brands of occasion wear are Coast, and this here is a Coast strapless dress. Look at that skirt. Look at the way that moves. Isn't that beautiful? And this here's in a size 14. It's just £12, and this with a really beautiful headpiece or some really gorgeous jewelry and a little clutch bag. Just so elegant. You would never look at somebody wearing this and think they got it for £12, and that's what I love about secondhand shopping. Now, going back to keeping an eye out for those really beautiful natural fibres and materials. Leather. I love leather. Even better if I'm getting it on the secondhand market. And again, it's very easy to spot. You can feel it, but you can also smell it if you're not afraid to get up close with the items you're looking at and smell them. I'm pretty sure this is leather. I'm going to just have a little look. It's got this really fun little clasp. And literally the first thing you see when you open it up is that little sign in there that says real leather. And this is a classic. It's tan leather. You cannot go wrong. And the price of this is £8. I also have a feeling that this is leather. And this here is a gorgeous cream bag. I love the size of that. That is so chic. The price of this is £5. Just from smelling it, I can tell it's leather. Leather has a very distinct smell. I really like it. It's not to everybody's taste, particularly if you don't buy leather, you'll absolutely hate it. But if you do like leather, it's a great way and a more sustainable way to get your hands on a really high quality leather bag, wallet, belt, or jacket. You won't believe what I've just spotted. About 10 minutes ago, I was saying how much I love needle and thread. I've just spotted the most beautiful yellow needle and thread dress. Now, granted, this is not my personal style, but this is absolutely gorgeous. And it's £6 for a needle and thread dress. These retail for into the hundreds. It's hand embellished. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's in a size 8. Look at that. I even surprise myself sometimes because I actually didn't think I'd ever find a needle and thread dress in a charity shop, but here we are. And that there is a very good example of tunnel vision. I mentioned it earlier, and then my subconsciousness is almost looking for items without me even knowing. So needle and thread dress here, absolutely gorgeous. Cute. Look at this. This here is a little cupcake stand, £1.50. So again, these homeware little bits, always just have a little look. You never know what you're going to find. There's some really cute little bits and bobs, little glasses. Good also if maybe you've got somebody going to university or is going into their first home and you don't want to spend absolutely loads on kitting out their kitchen. Find bits in the charity shops. You'll actually find better quality than if you just pop into Sainsbury's and buying their bric-a-brac there. You may as well get it in the charity shop because you might get some really nice antique or bone china. They'll definitely impress all of their friends at uni. Now, something that I often find in charity shops are things like arts and crafts materials, but also things for making little gifts, greetings cards. Here is a massive box of ribbons and bows. And the thing about buying these firsthand is quite often they do go to waste. So if you're going to do elaborate parcels for gifts, which I do like to do, I do like to give gifts, get your bits and bobs to package them in charity shops. I'm yet to visit a charity shop where I've actually not seen wrapping paper or ribbons of some description. Often they have cards as well. They've got lots here. And look, there are so many beautiful different ribbons. Let's look at how much they are. Every little item in this is just 50p. If you were to buy these firsthand, I can actually see the original price was £2. So again, you're saving 3/4 and you're doing better for the environment as well. So can't really complain at that. Another section that I love to look at is the belts and accessories section. I'm quite picky with my belts. I like a good leather belt. And in here, there's a couple of belts. One thing I always look for is a leather belt, and they're very easy to spot. Usually they'll have a little piece of writing on the inside of the belt that says genuine leather. I've picked one out here just because it feels like it could be leather. So let me have a look and see if it is. So you can see it's a Whistles belt, and on the inside of it It just says genuine leather. So that there was a very successful charity shopping trip. And something that I do want to know is that not every trip to a charity shop is going to be super successful. It takes kind of staying patient, going as often as you can, and just staying open-minded. Hopefully these tips will help you find some amazing things, and I hope you've enjoyed coming charity shopping with me today. If you are interested in secondhand and luxury for less shopping tips, make sure to give me a follow and subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!